So there is some type of skill for you to learn, and that is what your guides are trying to tell you today. But let's pull a few oracle cards to get more information about this. You got the card Augur. It's a spiritual master, seer, predictions, and visionary. Some of you might be psychic, and there is a need for you to kind of hone in on this skill. Maybe there is something, it's something you haven't tapped into, but it's time for you to kind of start now. But let's pull a few more oracle cards. Concealed. So basically what I just told you, you haven't really started tapping into this yet, but your guide's gonna want you to start already. There's a need for you to kind of like, melt this ice here and kind of like dive into this whole process of like learning how to be a seer or learning how to use your intuition a lot more because you're not using it as much as your guides want you to. Let's see if we can get more information about this. So you got Deluge. So yeah, it's just really, you need to learn how to kind of hone in on this skill and how to kind of start this whole process and kind of, do what you need to here. Because your guides do want you to start this and they do want you to kind of, melt the ice to kind of let that out. Let's get a different deck here. You got the card The Seeds of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So there's so many cards here that deal with like things being hidden or concealed. So you definitely have this gift, but you just haven't really seen it. Sorry, there was a really loud garbage truck. But I do see that, there's a lot of cards here that deal with unconsciousness and like things being hidden rather than being shown. So, this whole gift here, it's something that maybe you don't really see very often, or maybe it's kind of not something that you're aware of yet. If you do use your intuition, maybe you've seen like a little glimpse of it, but you never really seen like the full potential of it. And I think your guides are trying to get you to kind of start to dive more into spirituality, to kind of start this whole process and learn how to use your gifts more rather than keeping them hidden. Uh, Mintaka is also like a starseed type of energy. So there's starseeds that are called Mintakans. I would look more into that. I think they're known as like the first one. I think my YouTube, the latest video from a couple days ago, has a, a reading about this as well. So it might relate to that. But, you got this energy here, so it's definitely time for you to kind of start. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. You got Messenger. It's a serious energy. It also mentions bringing harmony and balance. So This card kind of reminds me um, of like Jesus, if some of you are, Christians here. So maybe there is like a message for you to kind of hone in on this from like Jesus himself. If not, then this is kind of like a messenger from your guides that's kind of seen as something, like a light being that's here to kind of like guide you and say like this is right to do this. It's here to protect you, to guide you through the whole process. So know that you're not alone if you do decide to kind of start, which I think your guides do want you to do. But ultimately that's your decision. Well, let's pull a few closing cards here. You got the card Growth. It says the tallest oak tree once started as a seedling. Don't be afraid to start something new. So, I mean, it's relating to this reading, of course. So, it is your decision, but your guides are here saying don't be afraid to start. It's kind of meant for you. And I don't think there's anything, to be scared of here because they are protecting you. You got the card Teach. It says inspire others and let nature be your greatest teacher. So there's something for you to learn through just actually letting go and experiencing this rather than trying to control or, do this like in a very, uh, like a whole plan on like how you want to learn this. So there's a need for you to kind of just start and then let things kind of just take you. Go outside, use your intuition, and let whatever happens, happens. And I think your guides are here to protect you through this whole process, so there's nothing to fear. But that is it for you. If you did like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really do hope that you start this, and there's nothing to fear here. So you go ahead and start. But I'm excited to see how much you kind of grow. But that is it for you. Thank you for watching.